What's going on YouTube? This is StealingLikes here bringing you another bonus battle. This one a recap between me and Ben, who if you don't know, Ben is MillsieMinor. Now, me and Millsie, we hashed out a way to bring this battle to you guys over Twitter. You guys might have seen a little bit of that. Basically, you're going to get my version of things today. Now, I'm pretty sure Millsie is bringing his on either Saturday or Sunday. Make sure to check it out. It's a really great battle. I had a lot of fun doing it. In case you can't make them out on the screen, I brought my Greninja, my Tornadus, my Kabutops, my Medicham, my Weavile, and my Rotom. And Ben brought his Tentacruel, his Scizor, his Trevenant, his Weezing, his Slowbro, and his Roselia Synth. Anybody who watches his channel will recognize Synth just right off the bat. It's his mascot and his icon Pokemon. He loves that thing to death. Now, whenever I went through and did this battle, I hadn't watched his channel too terribly many times because I didn't want to get, any kind of edge or understand his competition style beforehand because, I didn't want to bring some kind of unfair advantage to the table. But definitely enjoyed this battle. So I'm going to go ahead and play out the recap for you. Now, I have to say this one was a lot of fun for me. It was kind of shocking to see a team built this way. It was very different from what I'm used to. It wasn't stall walling. It wasn't really, you'll see, it wasn't really craziness. I loved it. I enjoyed it a lot. So we lead out. I Shadow Sneak so I can priority type change. I did not want this Roselia bringing anything weird at me. I didn't want any grass type moves just murdering off my Greninja. As he Toxic Spikes. I didn't expect it. So really happy that Greninja's sticking around to face this thing. I U-turn out thinking that it's going to kill and give me the ability to switch. Now, I hit, but I don't drop the synth. I don't know if I was overvaluing what the stab U-turn would do, or maybe if there's some defense there I wasn't counting on, but I bring in my Kabutops so I can rapid spin out these Toxic Spikes. Unfortunately, he Giga Drained that turn. I did not see it coming. I didn't think he was going to Giga Drain, seeing as I was definitely not turning back into a water type. Maybe he thought I would switch into Kabutops and predicted it. I'm not really sure, but definitely takes my Kabutops down in a really quick one-shot. So I bring out Weavile, knowing that Weavile is going to be able to sweep up Synth and get him out of there. So I Icicle Crash. Obviously it's going to take some damage here, nothing new. And Synth is gone. So, happy to get it out of the way. Unfortunately, no way to get rid of the spikes as my Kabutops went down. So, without many real options left there, I'm going to have to just deal with them for the rest of the matchup. I switch out of Weavile, not wanting to deal with the Tentacruel with it. Going to my Medicham, looking to get some Stab Psychic off on it. Obviously, taking some poison. Only poison, not toxic poison. So, really happy with that. He infests me with the Tentacruel. I'm not sure if he was trying to just get off some residual damage. I'm not really sure. But then he switches out into his Coden, which is Trevenant. I think that's Coden. As I Mega Evolve and go for the Headbutt. Now, my Medicham, it doesn't get off a lot of kills. It doesn't do a lot of, really big bad stuff. I know it's tough, but I did not expect that in the middle of this fight. I didn't expect Trevenant to get one-shotted by my Medicham at all. It was no crit, but it could have been like a max damage roll. I don't know, but it definitely went down. As he sends out Henry. Now, I don't want to leave Henry and Medicham in there to duke it out. So I flip out in my Tornadus just to eat up whatever it is he's going to throw at me. He decides to bring the Scald. It's going to do a little bit of damage to Tornadus, and unfortunately it burns Tornadus. Now that was something that just really was not happy about. It's going to Psyshock my Tornadus. I decided to leave it in to get rid of my Lagging Tail, because with my Tornadus burned, I didn't see me trying to keep him around to wall up and regen. Now, I don't know why, but I somehow got terrified of like a priority move here. So I switch my Tornadus out. I don't know what he wants to bring, but I do not want the priority to bite me and kill off my Tornadus. So I switch out into Greninja. He's going to get poisoned. He's going to bring the Scald, which I obviously resist. My Greninja, not too terribly worried about the Scald. And he can't be burnt now. So my Greninja is going to U-turn. Once again, overvaluing the U-turn here, as it doesn't do as much damage as I thought. And I go out of my Greninja. I bring in Weavile, who I expect him not to Scald here. I don't know what he ended up doing. My Greninja carries the King's Rock, so my U-turn actually flinched him. Now, Weavile is going to get a fresh start right here as he flings his Poison Barb at this thing to kind of negate the leftovers and obviously get some effective damage off. Now, Henry wasn't a fan of that. Henry wasn't a fan of that at all. However, he does decide to slack off here, get some health up. Now, Weavile is ready to have this thing just gone. So on this upcoming turn, I'm going to punish, right? Because, I mean, my Fling isn't capable of being used anymore. So I'm just going to punish and wait. I know it's not, I don't think it's coming at me with a physical attack. Unfortunately, he switches out. And he brings in Metal, which, if you guys watch his channel, you know this is his Mega Scizor. I punish it. It's not very punishing. It does about a third. I take poison damage again. And in this upcoming turn, he's going to Mega Evolve. Now, at this point, I'm hoping for a Swords Dance. Because I'm thinking, you know, it's going to Swords Dance. I'm going to punish. I'm going to kill this thing. Unfortunately, the one time that I would ever want this, my Weavile is faster than Scizor. Scizor is actually slower, so I don't get to punish with speed, which is kind of slightly upsetting, because I really did just want to bring the pain to Scizor right there. But Scizor is going to drop me, so now I'm out of Weavile. So I go back out into Tornadus, just looking to kind of heal up Tornadus. I know that I'm going to need it for later on, even in the fight. I switch into Rotom expecting the Bullet Punch. I know I resist it, so I'm looking forward to just eating up that damage, not worrying about it. And then Rotom's going to overheat. Now, once again, did not expect Rotom to outspeed there. But Rotom's going to overheat and get a kill. So Rotom bringing the big bad kill, which I really didn't expect there. I expected him to be low on health. So he switches into Tentacruel. His Tentacruel is going to Acid Spray. I figured he didn't look for me to stick around, so I didn't expect the water move. So I was like, you know what, I'll Volt Switch, knowing that my Rotom, it's not very quick. I get a little damage off on Tentacruel, and then I swap back out into my Medicham. So Medicham out here, ready to do some work. Obviously taking the poison damage at the end of the turn, which I'm okay with. Now I'm going to Zen Headbutt, and that right there is just a dead Tentacruel. So Medicham taking down 2 in this one. Was that 2? I'm pretty sure that was 2. Or did he switch out? Yeah, I took out the Trevenant and the Tentacruel. So he's going to send back out Henry. Now I can tell so far, I don't know what Henry's moveset is. Oh, there's a play mistake, by the way. As I bring the Zed Headbutt, really scared to high jump kick, the one thing I've been wanting to take off of this Medicham for a while, because I know he resists. But since he resisted both, I should have just gone with the high jump kick and said, it's dead either way. Now this thing's bulky. I know that I don't have a lot left for Henry. Henry is just, he's capable of taking the hits. Now I go out into Greninja here, and I Shadow Sneak for a priority switch. Why? I don't know. I don't know why I decided to Shadow Sneak for the priority switch. I mean, I know it's super effective, but I could have just as easily Night Slashed and had a much better time. So I guess I was just worried about it bringing something other than the Scald, because I really haven't seen this thing do a lot besides Slack Off and Scald. So Greninja, obviously hurt by the poison. Henry, obviously hurt by the poison. My Greninja here is going to Night Slash. This is just going to do awesome tons of damage. And I'm hoping that I baited him into playing some kind of psychic move. He does not. He Scalds, which is going to drop my Greninja to the point where it's going to die to the poison, which is highly unfortunate, but, you know, it is kind of easy to see. So Greninja's down. And I'm looking around going, man, this is not good, this is not good, this is not good. So, without much further ado, I decided to swap out into Tornadus and then U-turn. Because I want to get the super effective damage off. I want to get a little bit more done there. But also, I don't really want to leave Tornadus around. I want him to heal up again. I want him to get a little bit more health because I know he's going to be more key later on in the fight rather than Rotom. Now, he Scalds again. I'm not sure if he predicted the Rotom to come in or if he predicted... I don't know if he was predicting at all. Maybe he was just trying to Scald the Tornadus and get some damage off on it. I really don't know. I'm looking forward to seeing Millsie's side of things so that I know why he brought the Scald there. Because I was kind of... I was almost figuring, okay, he predicted the switch. He's going to withdraw Henry, not wanting Henry and Tornadus in here together as Tornadus is already burnt. And he goes out into his Weezing. Now, I tossed the Stab Acrobatics on him. Since I'm no longer carrying the Lagging Tail, I figured it would do more damage, forgetting about the burn. So I'm going to Giga Impact, thinking that, maybe that'll do more. No, it didn't. I'm just fishing for damage, looking for a way to possibly kill this Weezing. I see the Thunderbolt, which is no shocker to me. I actually used to run this Weezing way back in the day. Actually, one of my favorite multi-typed walls, as I called it. So Tornadus, who has to recharge, goes down to the Thunderbolt. And I mean, that's just a good game right there. Really enjoyed the matchup. Had a lot of fun with it. I believe that I lost 2-0. Yeah, Slowbro and Weezing left. His Henry and I don't remember what Weezing's name was. I know he had one. But that was a great match, Millsie. I can't wait for us to bring the next one. I know we're doing another 6v6. And just to let Millsie know, because I'm hoping that you watch through this whole thing, Millsie. I'm bringing a really fun team for you next time. I hope that you're ready. Now, everybody else, make sure to leave some comments down below. Let me know what you would have done here. In addition to that, make sure to drop a like so that we can bring these Throwback Thursdays together. And don't forget to comment and leave what generation you want to see coming up next Thursday. So I will see you guys soon. Actually, I'm going to be probably posting my live Wi-Fi match here in just a little bit. You guys have a good couple of hours, and it should be around in